So, how do you write content for Instagram? Well, we're going to go through this. There's so much you can talk about different ways to use Instagram. I'm going to try and be able to go through this in a timely manner for you. But really, we're going to start looking at things that work. So, quotes. Quotes are very popular. Quotes work. You can find a lot of different tools that can provide images, and I've created a sheet of those resources for you, so we won't have to go into them now. Here's what I want you to know about the content. So you come up with a quote that you like. Here are some of the things you need to remember. Visually simple. You realize it's the quote, it's an image. You can see the words really clearly. It's very simple. Some of them have it where the words take up the whole thing. Some don't. The point is that make sure your words aren't covering part of the image, or that the image isn't covering part of your words. It's really easy to see. Remember, most people are looking at this from their mobile phones. It's easy to read. So it's easy to really just quickly grasp what it is, know if it identifies with you or not. Include your logo. Obviously, Michael Hyatt didn't say this. However, he created this image, and even though if it's not his image and he needs to give, a shout out to the person in his comments, he still wants to have his logo. So when anybody's looking at this image, they know it's his. Create relevance through hashtags. So you'll notice in here, he didn't actually say anything. He didn't have any text. It was all hashtags, but destiny, destination, quote of the day, which is a very popular one, inspiration, focus, motivation, goal setting. You know within these hashtags exactly what he's talking to and what you're supposed to get out of this quote. Another thing you can do with quotes, you can use it to state a theme. So it's time to break out. Well, if you look in the text, now they're going to give you content that actually motivates. It's time for you to break out, and you'll know it. And it's the moment you're running a race. It's harder and harder, all those kinds of things. And it's a mantra that they want you to give, but it's promoting that brand. They're also thanking followers for being so amazing to them. So there's really good power in getting people to using a quote to tell people that you think they're awesome, and promote other people. So that, go in and you'll notice it says, another brand we not only believe in, but work closely with. They're in breakout mode as well, a must follow. So promote following other people. Product promotion. I'm a big fan of Ashley Shelley. She, does some really beautiful work and artwork for her work, really, if you think about it. So stick to your brand. This is very fluid with the way the rest of her brand works, so you feel like you understand what her products will be like. Be visually appealing. This is really simple. She's got the hashtag mint up here. It's the mint color. She's kind of got the, visual look. It's very simple, though. These are all things she probably has with her on her desk, part of what she does for her business, and so she was able to take this. So take your own pictures as often as you can. A lot of times when we're doing quotes, we're going to stick on somebody else's picture, but think about how you could be creative and artistic with just what you have around you, what you're doing to convey what's going on in your life or what you're trying to sell. Be conversational. In her text, it says, my love for mint is never ending. It's not selling yet, but she's just talking about the color because she's appealing to people that like this color. You can like mint and have no need for a budget notebook, but you're in the conversation going, oh, okay, well, I like mint. Now what? Now I'm going to sell you on it. So she's starting with something other than the promotion, and then she's selling. So don't just talk about the product. It can be very powerful to ease them into the product with a good visual and some other conversation based on other things that you're talking about. Promote other platforms. This is one where they're actually saying, hey, go and follow me on Pinterest, even though you're on Instagram. That can be really powerful as well if you want people, if you're particularly popular in one place or you're popular in Instagram and you're trying to get followings in other places. Use noticeable icons. So use Pinterest. People will see that real quick and go, oh, what is it? And because they know what that icon is. Highlight strong images. You see she picked imagery that is really appealing, the top ones that she would think people that would want to follow her on Pinterest would like. State the purpose and mission. She says gather, adventure, play. Need inspiration? Check out our Pinterest page. She was very clear with words that she knew would get people to go, yes, I like all of those things. And ask questions where she says, who do you love to follow on Pinterest? Tell us. So she's not asking a question. She's asking a question that actually promotes people to promote other people. So that can be a really powerful way as well, because then you get lots of comments and people are seeing that a lot of people are commenting and liking, and therefore it stimulates more engagement and conversation. Promote events. Make it easy to read. Make it really simple. Simple is great. Don't be afraid of white space. Mention others. You'll notice in here an Idea Design, which is Heidi Bartlett. I'm a big fan of. She has, I think, maybe 12 or 13,000 followers on Instagram. So you know what she's doing is working. She mentions people all the time, about where she's going, what she's doing. She pulls people in because those people then get notified and they help join in on the conversation. And tag others. So, make sure you're doing the actual tag, not just the mention. And have fun. You'll notice she's having fun. There's little icons in there. This fits nicely with her brand. Don't be afraid to be a little bit of yourself. This is another one of Idea Design, promote without promoting. I love this as an example because it's her saying, hey, I love the weekend, can't wait for doing it again. This is somebody I haven't seen in a long time. Hey, by the way, the shirt I'm wearing is for sale if you want to go buy it. That's brilliant. Promote without promoting. So, basically this says show yourself. Don't be perfect. You don't have to be perfect. You'll notice in all these when she's laughing, she's real. You feel like a real person is wearing this shirt and it looks great and it looks like she's having fun. I want to have fun too. And then have fun, then promote. So she's saying, hey, cheers to the frickin' weekend, friends. That's having fun. By the way, you can buy my shirt. So just keep that in mind. This is a brilliant way to market and potentially get sales. One more from Heidi. She just has so many great examples of the way you can utilize Instagram. Capitalize on holidays. So, for instance, National Lipstick Holiday. Make sure you're using the hashtag so other people can find you. Say why it matters. Why do you care about that holiday? What is it for you? Your view about that holiday. What is it that maybe a story or you've learned from? What do you want people to empathize with or connect with? And then once again, have fun. So this is a little selfie she has with a drawing of lips. And so there's a lot of ways you could go with it, but she's getting her face and her brand out there. And use icons where you can. You don't have to, but it does make it a little more visual in the text as well as in the image. Create buzz. So this is one of the most underutilized, I think, by people. And that is that way before your product comes out, when you're even in just the building phase of your product, start talking about it. This isn't just for Instagram. This is for any social media. Start talking about it. I want you can use website images to say something's coming out. Talk about the process. Say, hey, I'm building this. Take a picture of you in a meeting. Take a picture of you writing something out. A picture of you getting videotaped to tape something. Take a picture of what's going right, what's going wrong. Ask opinions. Bring people into the process. Ask them to choose from different views. Maybe you've got 4 different website covers and you ask them to pick which one they like most and speak to them. These are the best ways to pull people in and create buzz so that when your product launches, it really launches with a bang. Rethink your images. So don't just take things from, straight on. I'm sitting in front at the table. Stand up and see what it would look like if you were on top of it. If you were, coming from a bird's eye view. If you were farther away, maybe you're really close up. Maybe one of these little ice cream or cake tins is super close in the front and really big, and then you can see everything else happening in the background. So think different angles. Think rules of thirds. In sort of photography 101, you have the 2 lines, and you don't want anything to be really in the center. Now, that doesn't always apply. Nowadays, there are things where you could be perfectly in the center, and that works. You've got a sign, you're holding it maybe like we just saw with the lipstick. But ultimately, the best kind of photography design is where you aren't putting things smack dab in the middle. It's got a little bit off on that first line of a third. So cut your image into grids with thirds and start feeling how if they go right over on the crossings of the thirds, how that gives some more interest to your imagery. Directional force. So a lot of times when you take images, you have something where the directional force draws you somewhere, where someone's arm lays, where the spoon goes, so that you can take the image in a way that you are almost guiding them to what you want them to see. So if you want them to move this way, you can see the grains move this way in this image. You could be drawing them to something that you want them to. So think in directional force. And then be creative. So for instance, this one's just team meeting with treats. Well, when they're just sitting there eating, but instead of saying, okay, well, let's take a picture of us, let's take a picture of the food. Let's mention, let's mention we're having a team meeting, prepping for our live event. So this is another one where it's creating buzz, but it's using an image of food. Brilliant. Simplicity. And apologize for cussing here, but it works. This is 3 words in a period, and that's all it is. Got good likes, has good hashtags, and so you can be really powerful without overdoing it. Simplicity can really be a great tool on Instagram. Make sure you're using those hashtags. Wisdom Wednesday, quote of the day, epic, adventure, life coach, mantra. Kelsey Murphy, someone who is actually a colleague and a good friend of mine, and I love what she does on Instagram. She does a really great job of pulling people in, even with simplicity, and then she goes in and she's motivating them. She's a life coach. And her life. So this is another one with Kelsey. Things that you're doing. Where are you going? What are you going to do that day? But it becomes more interesting than just saying I'm doing this. So mention cities, because people want to look for cities that they're in. This is a huge one for Twitter as well. What will you do? Oh, I'm going to go there and meet friends. I'm going to travel and have an adventure. Those things. Here she's saying, ring me if you're in the area. I'll connect with you. Once again, she's using a lot of icons. Donuts and food and sunshine and nature and love and all those kinds of things, and coffee and wine. How do you feel if she's going to, I'm going to feel great. I'm so excited about it, or I'm a little nervous about it. Put out your emotions and relate to others. Get people to see, a little bit more into you. And then I say tap the focal point, because if you are using, especially an iPhone, all the phones have really great photo capabilities now. If you're taking a picture of somebody, tap on that person, tap on the focal point you want, and a lot of times it will blur out the background, or it will shadow out the background and make this one lighter. So make sure you're actually tapping on the focal point that you want in the image, and you will get some really cool imagery that you might not have gotten before. And finally, embody your brand. So this is an example of Chris Ducker, and you see a lot of this where there's a quote, but it's always on this color. It's always got his logo. There is some real congruency to, and you get used to what his brand looks like and how it feels and the kinds of things he says. And it makes creating content really easy for him. And you can see it's working well. So make sure you embody your brand and stay consistent with that. And that's about pretty as easy as it gets to go for Instagram. We'll actually talk about how to actually create, to write that content and think about it in a later exercise.